And we are back. What is good, everyone? I am back with the lives. Sorry it's been a long time. It's been almost a month since I dropped a live. I had some technical difficulties. I had to upgrade some equipment. Some of it wasn't compatible, but hopefully things are good. So if you guys are jumping in here, be sure to press like and let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if the sound is okay and if you can hear me, see me, everything's good. We're going to get into some great lessons here, not just tonight, but I'm hoping to be able to do a live lesson a couple times a week on average, just depending on how my time goes. But I really like the live interactions, and I think you guys like them too. Seem to like the replays, even if you're not catching the live. So I know it's a little bit, well, it's not late. It's early evening or evening, early night on the East Coast. Some of you guys might just be waking up on the other side of the world. Today, we're going to talk about the remaining reductions, common reductions we haven't covered yet. And we're going to talk about phrase chunks from one of my recent shorts, break that down a little with a little bit more detail, really talk about how to project the sounds in the way that the listener is expecting, native speaker's ears, and we're going to do accent analysis from someone who is now a current celebrity or is semi-famous here in Colombia, where I am living. So I'm excited for this one and I am ready to go. So don't forget, guys, when you're jumping into the chat, please press like. And if you're watching the replay, please like the video as well, because you're about to get the best class for learning how to listen to the language, right? A lot of teachers will teach you, how to link, how to pronounce, how to make reductions, but they don't teach you what parts of the sounds to focus on. And that's what I specialize in, and that's the value that you guys are getting here. So the least you could do is just give me a like. And if you want to request that I break down any words or phrases, feel free to drop them in the chat. Feel free to put them in the comments for the replay. I know somebody's already, not somebody, a lot of people ask me about placement. So I'll be doing a placement lesson. I mean, I already talk about placement every lesson. So, right, let's not sleep on that and act like, I'm not covering placement, but I will probably do a full placement class. I don't know, what is it? July, maybe in August. My birthday month, August. I'll do a placement class for you guys, or sooner. We'll see. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes. So let's jump into this here and get into today's lesson. So let me just set up for us visually. Sorry, guys. I'm still learning how to use this thing a little bit. We need to make this way smaller. Way smaller. It's huge. You guys should come in, say what's up, say hi. Say hi, everyone. All right. So reductions. We talked about reductions. What is the purpose of a reduction? Why do we make reductions? Reductions help us understand the language. If you're not making reductions, then you are not speaking to a native speaker in a way that's clear. I've had people comment on my videos and say that, like, oh, I only use reductions when I'm using informal speech, or something, this and that. When I really want to be understood well, I don't use reductions. Guess what? If you don't use reductions, it is not formal speech and it is not more clear, because English is a stress time language. And if you don't follow the stress time language and you try to make it clear like it would sound for you in your language, then you're breaking the system. And when you break the system, you make the listener have to figure out what's going on, use more computational power in their brain, and it is easier for them to focus on your accent instead of what you're actually saying. So before we get into this, just give me 1 second here so I can set this up. Okay. All right. Looks kind of crazy. What we doing? There we go. All right. So let's talk about the first reduction here. The first reduction is will. Okay. And will, we know, is the future. And the thing that I hear students doing all the time is just saying it really fast. Saying like, I will, you will, they will, we will. Okay. Fast does not equal a reduction. You will almost never hear a native speaker saying will, even if it's fast, right? We need to make the reduction. So the reduction is not I yell or anything like that. It's just whatever the pronoun is plus ul, dark L. What is dark L? Dark L is only vibration. Ul, right? Most of you think about L, you think about la, la, la. We'll do a lesson on the consonant L, but just keep in mind, no matter what sound we're producing, the way that we understand it is from inside the body. So no matter what pronoun you're using, I, we, you, they, you're just going to attach ul. And all my tongue is doing is coming into place right here, so that vibration comes up and the tongue position changes the shape, but I'm not going la, la, la. That's the light L. We'll talk about the difference between light L, dark L, more deep dive in a future lesson. So here we have the pronoun I, and because it's a reduction and a contraction, it's got to be small so that the content word can stand out. So what I hear most students or non-native speakers doing is they say, I will send it now. I will send it now. I will send it now. And according to you guys, when you listen to each other, that's easy to understand. But when a native speaker listens to you, it is very difficult to understand. So I'm going to do this inside the body. Say, I'll. Listen to the melody. Listen to the resonance, the vibration right here. This is where the information is getting transmitted between native speakers. We're not listening to what's happening in the mouth. It's nice and low, and you keep that musical quality. Go straight into the content word. I'll send it, again, send it small, now big. I'll send it now. I'll send it now. Notice my voice is connected the whole time. The pitch is very, very great between the distance between the high content word and the low function word. I'll send it now, right? Sounds like a song. I'm not focusing on consonant sounds. I'm not saying I'll send it now. I'll send it now. That's not how our ears work. It's I'll send it now, just like that. What's up, chat? Put in the chat where you're listening or where you're watching from, what country you're in. Next. Wool. Right? I know the first thing that people want to do when I see students, the first thing they want to do when they see the word W or the letter W, they go, wah, 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 wah. So if you started like that, it's already too late. You might as well start over. Native speakers going to have a hard time understanding you. Look at my lips position. Woo, 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 woo. I'm not pushing my lips out. Wah, 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 wah. Right? That's not from the body. That's from here. Wah, wah, wah. So that's already the opposite of what native speakers listen to and the way we speak. We don't. It's not that we just don't do that. It's hard for us to understand that. So what I'm doing, bringing energy up and just making the exit small for the W. I start my voice first. I don't pronounce the first letter I see. I start my voice and I just change the shape of the exit. So it's like this. Wool, wool, right? And where's the contraction? Where's the future tense part? It's this vibration here. Wool, wool. Let me hold it out for you. Listen. Wool, wool. For my American ears, that equals a final L sound. Now, well. For native speakers here, that's just a noise. It's just a noise. I'm not sure if you're, if you're just like, I don't know, expressing frustration or expressing an emotion. Well. But it's not obvious that you're talking because it's not speaking to me down here with melody and vibration. Down here, is sending the signal that you're speaking, and I can hear that it's not just a neutral oh. It's wool, 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 wool. And that change of the shape of this melody that's coming from here signals what letters you're pronouncing. So we've got 2 content words, finish Friday. So everything else is going to be small. We got fi, it's going up, fry, going up. But it's going up via the diaphragm and musicality. It's going to be all connected. It's like a song. If you remove the letters, it sounds like this. Oh, right here. That's what I'm listening to. Listen to this. Oh, we'll finish by Friday. We'll finish by Friday. Listen, what's standing out the most? Is it the vowel sounds or is it the consonants? If it's the consonants, it sounds like this. We'll finish by Friday. We'll finish by Friday. Listen, flat, no pitch, no connection, no resonance, no musicality. Not English. But if I double, triple, quadruple down on that musicality, slide up and down, creating pitch, we'll finish by Friday. Listen to how high, look how much distance there is between fry and day. By Friday, Friday, Friday. When you put the pitch up like that, it signals to us that it's important. And it's basically impossible for us to ignore Friday. We'll finish by Friday. But if there's less distance between the pitch, we'll finish by Friday. We'll finish by Friday. Finish by Friday. It's not as easy for us to understand because it's not jumping out at us. So I've talked about it before. This high pitch is almost like a superpower where you control a native speaker's ear because we can't avoid like listening to it. Our ears are just automatically drawn to it. We'll finish by Friday like that. What's up, chat? Let me know where you're watching from. Drop it in the chat. Let me know if there's something you want me to break down. All right, next one is. So first of all, you have to understand that this S is not S in this case. Most of the time, these function words they're gonna be voiced, vibrating. Zzz, zzz, zzz. So I don't say is, right? That's in the mouth. I'm speaking down here. Is. Now, when you guys make these contractions with the pronouns, your natural tendency is just to say it fast. She is, he is. But guess what? That's not even a contraction. That's 2 syllables. She is, he is. That's not a contraction. The contraction is 1 syllable. She's, he's. Look at that. She's, he's. Where do you hear my voice? She's, he's. Right here. It's not here. She's, his. She's, his. She's, his. She's, his. You gotta use your whole lung capacity to create the sound that sounds natural for us. So she's. Guys, it is impossible for you to make an unstressed syllable, whether it's a function word, a reduction, too short. You can't do it. It doesn't exist. There's no way to make a sound too short, as long as you have this vibration and resonance. My American ears will hear it every time, no matter how short it is. She's. And guess what? It's not fast. I'm not saying she's. I'm saying she's. And guess what? She's the message, information being transmitted here with the musicality. So now with the content word, I'm just going up with the pitch into the vowel, not with the consonant. I know most of you are going to go, right. She's right. Right. Don't push the sound from your mouth. Just use musicality. Sing me up there. Increase the musicality with the vibration. Listen to this, how I go right into the I. She's right. Aye. You hear that? She's right. She's right. She's right. Like that. Yo, shout out to the Philippines. What's up? Thanks for joining. All right. So again, if you're speaking from the mouth, you're not easy to understand. She's right. She's right. She's right. She's right. She's right. Everything is musical. Everything is musical. For you guys, the non-native speakers, you have to max out your musicality. I spend so much time in the classes telling students more musicality, more musicality, more musicality. And I push them to what they seem is like the maximum extreme level. And guess what? It's never too much musicality for my ears. I think for the last 2 weeks, I challenged every single student. I said, show me. I dare you to try to put too much musicality into your pitch. I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible for a non-native speaker to put too much musicality into their speaking. The musicality is what promotes the energy coming from the body, the singing, the control from the diaphragm, the resonance, the vibration, and the ability to go all the way up to the top of the pitch. She's right. She's right. All right, look at this one. Right here, we've got some linking with this and is, right? We're linking this and is. So it turns out like this. This is, where is, right, is vibrating. This is, but it's so small. Listen to how I pronounce it. This is, I'm not saying this is, it's in here. This is. My American ears don't care about hearing every word individually pronounced. I want to hear everything connected with one group of energy, and I want to hear that energy moving forward. Listen to how the voice moves past each letter, and you hear this vibration. This is. Actually, we got 3 unstressed words here in a row. Look at this. Oh, yeah, you guys can see. Look at this. This is the. That was three syllables. This is the. And because it's all happening here, the native speaker's ear easily understands. So when we go into the important part, same play. We do the same thing each time. Increase the musicality, slide past the consonant into the vowel, and this time we're going to link best and option. So it's going to come out as stoption, just the same way we're linking here. Sizz, right? Sizz and stoption, right? Listen, this is the best option. This is the best option. This is the best option. And option is the most important word. Look how high up the pitch is in option compared to this is the best option. Like that. What's up, chat? Welcome. Hit the like button for me, please, on the way in. Help your boy out with the algorithm. Let me know where you're watching from. All right. These are fun. These are the pronouns. This is fun. This is where you really get to reduce. And guess what? It's all about the vibration. So these pronouns, we reduce them when they're like in the beginning, or sorry, not in the beginning, in the middle of the sentence. If they're in the beginning, I guess you wouldn't say them at the beginning of a sentence, but the ones we'll see later, or at least one that we'll see later, you can put at the beginning. But you can search this topic on YouTube. It's easy to find. Lots of teachers make videos about this, but we don't pronounce this TH to make the reduction. All I'm going to do is just start my voice and I'm going to slide into the M. And remember, what is the M? The M is not ma. That is not an M in English. M is Just the resonance, the vibration, and a different shape with the lip position. Take right? I'm sliding, right? That E silent. So I'm sliding from K to I got a lot of pitch, attention here. The T is soft. Look, take them. Take them. Take them. If you say take them, that is not easy to understand. Take them here, listening here. Don't listen to the letters. If you're listening to the letters, you're listening to the language in a way that you listen to your native language. You can't listen to English like that. Unless you're a beginner and you're desperate to try to hear anything. But if you already understand English on a basic level, then you need to stop listening like a beginner. Look at this. Take them. Take them. Take them through the, right? Through is important. It's not that important. Take them through the demo. Take them through the demo. Right? Not da. Take them through the demo. Take them through the demo. Listen to where my voice is. It's the same thing every single time. All right. Same thing here. Him. For some reason, that H is so tempting for the non-native speaker. Whenever I see a student pronouncing the word starts with H, like hem, hem. I don't know if it's because H doesn't really happen that much in your language and you want to make sure you're clear, but remember, consonants aren't important. This him sounds almost the same as them, right? We said take them. Now we're going to say tell them. There's no real difference. All I'm doing is sliding from the L here, which again is a dark L. Tell them, lum. It's not tell them. That's probably how your language says it, because your language probably loves consonants. Our language doesn't. Tell them about. You hear that? Tell them. You hear that schwa right here? How do you hear the schwa? You hear the schwa because there's vibration and it's neutral. Tell them about. It's 3 syllables right there, and then ow in about is going to get the attention. Tell them about the change. Change is the most important. It has the most attention. It has the highest pitch. Tell them about the change. Look at this. I'll ping them. Ping them. If you're listening to letters, you're not going to understand. But if you're listening down here to the resonance and vibration like a native speaker, you'll understand. I'll ping them. I'll ping them after the call. I'll ping him after the call. Not I'll ping him after. I'll ping him. No, I'll ping him after the call. It's the same melody, same resonance, same musicality in here each time. All right, and the last one of our reductions. We've done a lot of reductions here together. If you didn't see the other videos, go back. I posted them. Audio's not as good, but they're up there. It's just And what is is just a vibration here that is just basically an R sound. Saw, low, short. You can control the length of your sound much more down here in the diaphragm. Right? What does it say? Taker. Not take her. Take her through the pra. Right? We talked about the ingredients of rhythm. Look how I pronounce this word here. Look how I pronounce this word. Look at this. The process. I guarantee 99% of you are going to see that word go pro. The process, the pro. Oh. Guess what? That sound doesn't exist in English. You should just try not to ever do that sound. Ever. Pro. Look at this. Movement back here. Ah. Remember I talked about that vibration? I put the movement back here. Ah. And it lets that vibration expand and amplify and get even bigger, and it hits my ears in a way that I know it's stressed. It's the same formula, but you got to know what the formula is so you can listen to it the same way each time. And once you start understanding how to listen to the formula of English the same way each time, it starts to get simple. It's just repeating itself. Sure, the letters look different, but the approach, the strategy, the play, you guys all watching World Cup out there, right? Run the same play each time. It always works. Doesn't matter which defense you see, just do the same play. What's the play? Energy up, musicality, transmit the information right here. Create a lot of contrast between the length, the pitch, and the space of the stressed and unstressed syllables. Watch this. Watch. You're always going to hear my voice moving forward, moving past. This is the thing you have, like when I'm working with students, this is the thing you guys want to stop on each letter. Listen, the energy never stops going forward. Look, take her through the process. Take her through the process. Take her through the process. And that's how I'm able to slide past those consonant sounds so easily and make them soft. Same thing. Sender the updated file. Listen to the distance of the pitch. Send her the updated file. Send her the updated file. Like that. So, that is the overview of our reductions. There were quite a few reductions there, I know. And again, if you missed some of the other ones, just go back and watch the replay because I already went through about 20 of them. So if you want me to check to see if you're doing reductions in a way that is working for a native speaker's ear, book a call with me. Quick accent check. Live call. Low risk. I'll jump on, listen to you talk. I'll let you know if your reductions sound good or what you should focus on. If it's placement, if it's rhythm, if it's vowel sounds, if it's pitch, you'll be surprised what I can identify in just a short call. I'm going to show you here in just a little bit when we do our accent analysis. But this is the fastest way for you to know exactly what you should be watching or working on. I know probably most of you already spent hours and hours and hours and hours watching YouTube videos, even watching live classes. And I bet most of you already know a lot of the stuff I'm talking about. But what you don't know is if you're doing it the right way, if it sounds clear, if it sounds natural. So book that quick accent check, jump on a call with me. I'll let you know, and I'll send you down the right path towards whatever your pronunciation goal is. So also, here with our examples, you can see that there's links for listening on Youglish. Great, that's listening practice. If you want a complete library of practice materials for American English, you should go to Rachel's English. Yes, I work with Rachel. I've worked with Rachel for years. She has the #1 resource for self-paced training. You get in there. She has all the topics all sorted by topic. She has the videos. She has the Hollywood imitation practice with all the audios that you can download. She's got vlogs. There's also a community group where you can get feedback from me and other teachers as well. So if you're looking to get more practice that's focused, come check out Rachel's English. And guess what? If you use my coupon code, you will get a 10% discount for life. For life. Forever. So guys, don't forget to like this video, comment. If there's something you want me to cover, a topic, a word, whatever it is, comment in the chat, comment on the replay in the comments there, and I will add it to the list. Also, look on the screen. You see where it says shape the breakdown? Scan that QR. If you want me to analyze your pronunciation on one of the lives, just let me know what you're looking for pronunciation on, if it's a specific topic or just general feedback, and I'll go over it here, and you can get a free accent analysis on the live show. All right, y'all. Next thing we're going to do here is some phrase chunks. So I already made a YouTube short that I posted recently with these phrase chunks. On my YouTube channel right here. Which one are we going to do? This one right here.
This linking changes depending on what comes next. Listen to how natives do it. Out of time. Out of money. Out of ideas. Out of opportunities. If you want me to let you know if you're linking.
All right, so those are the examples we're going to cover. We're going to break them down in more detail here. So these are our phrase chunks. Out of, or out of, right? You can pronounce it two different ways. I tend to pronounce it differently depending on what sound comes after the reduction of. So really you can say outa, right? Outa would look something like this. Outa or out of. Oops. Out of. Do. Just like we talked about, everything's got to be in the body. Everything's got to be musical. Everything's got to have contrast, right? The ow, way higher in pitch than the d, d, d. So, phrase chunks. Why do I recommend phrase chunks? Because there's no point for you to study grammar. In my opinion, as someone who's learned Spanish, spent over 10 years learning Spanish, it's never helped me once for me to understand and be able to describe or identify the difference between past perfect, past simple, and present perfect and present continuous. There's never been a situation when I was having a conversation in a meeting explaining something that it helped me to know that. The only thing that ever helped me was having a set of key phrases that I knew how to say and pronounce in a way that was clear and natural each time that I could add different words onto. Right? So this is the best way for you to learn English the fastest and just be a pro and understand that you're communicating in a way that's easy for the listener. So when we're talking about out of, right, we're gonna add a noun here. So what we want to do is we want to set ourselves up to make these ideas big. We're going to put a lot of emphasis on this pitch, and we're going to do it by transmitting this vibration and musicality from inside the body. So if you listen to how I pronounce this, listen to the rhythm. Da da da. Da da da. Listen to how high that pitch goes up. So usually if there's a consonant sound here, you don't have to, but I usually just say ow duh, 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 duh. I use a schwa here. I don't pronounce this consonant. So I'll say out of time. Right? Repeat after me. If you're watching this, don't just stare at me. Repeat it after me. Use your ears. Try to imitate what you hear down here. The musicality. Imitate this vibration and melody. Out of time. Out of time. Out of time. Notice what's standing out the most. Ow and I. Make this a little bigger. Ow and I, the vowel, and the vibration. Out of time. I know most of you are probably saying out of time, out of time, time, time. Back up off. Lean back off that T. Slide past the T with your musical quality. Out of time. Same thing here. M is not ma, 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 ma. Doesn't exist. M is So I'm going to slide through into right? And it's going to be out of money. Repeat after me. Out of money. Out of money. You see how high the pitch from the and money? Listen. Out of money. The higher you make the pitch, the easier it is to understand and the more natural you are. Do not be afraid of making too much pitch. You won't do it. I've been doing this for over 10 years. I've never seen a student make too much pitch as long as it comes from the body. Out of money. All right. So here, now when I'm starting to work with the vowels, now this is when I actually start pronouncing the reduction of. So like we've talked about before, the reduction of, or the reductions in general, those final consonant sounds are voiced. So whatever you see there, it's not what you see, it's the minimal pair. Minimal pair is just the twin, basically. So the twin of this is the one with vibration, is V, of. We never say of. That doesn't exist. It's always of. So I'll link of, right? Can we put this here? Like this. And it will be vi, because it's consonant to vowel linking. It'll be out of ideas. Out of ideas. Out of ideas. Ideas. Out of ideas. Repeat after me. Out of ideas. Out of ideas. Listen to the energy moving forward. Don't focus on each letter. That's not what native speakers listening to. Native speakers listening to the energy moving forward. Out of ideas. Like that. I do the same thing with options. Oops. Same thing. Voptions. Listen to the pitch. Out of options. No separation. You don't hear any gaps, or you can't hear where each one word starts and one word stops. It's all one sound connected. Out of options, like that. Or same thing here. Out of opportunity. We got 5 syllables here, so there's primary and secondary stress. And the way that you make it work easily is making the unstressed syllables as small as possible by controlling them with the diaphragm and focusing the energy in here is transmitting the message. Vapor, vapor. You hear the difference? Vapor, vapor, vapor. And that makes it easy to make 2 stand out. Opportunities. But do you hear how much I increased the musicality to get up to 2? Opportunity. 2. Listen to the music right here. Opportunities. Out of opportunities, like that. Repeat after me. Don't stare at me. Listen, repeat. Out of opportunities, like that. All right, so again, phrase chunks. Don't memorize grammar. Just be able to pronounce out of, musically linked, right? With that flap T, you hear the vibration. I'm not saying out, tough, out of. And then you can add any word that you want alongside of it. If you have any suggestions for phrase chunks that you want me to go over, drop them in the chat, drop them in the comments. If you want me to analyze your accent, scan the QR code. What's up to the chat? Please hit the like button. Please let me know where you're watching from. All right, next up, final segment is accent analysis. Who is ready? This is my favorite part. It's Friday. I like to let loose, and I like to analyze the pronunciation of famous people so that you guys don't feel bad about your pronunciation. Because these guys are really successful, so you can be successful as well without perfect English. So who do you guys think is going to be? The hint is it's someone from Colombia. It's someone from Colombia who is now famous. The interview that we're going to check out is not new. It's not a new interview. But this person has newly become internationally famous. Any ideas, any guesses who it's going to be? Drop it in the chat. All right. I can't hold it back anymore. Where are you at? Here we go. I've never even pronounced this guy's name. José Manuel Restrepo. José Manuel Restrepo. You guys know who this is? This is the newly elected, or the incoming vice president of Colombia. So I saw, I don't follow Colombian politics that much, but I was reading the comment section and some people were criticizing his English. Some people were defending him. So I have honestly never heard this guy speak in English. So I'm assuming that he has some level of Colombian accent. We're going to see how much it is. So without further ado, let's jump into it. What is this? This is not new. This is a interview from 2022. So maybe he's improved his English since then. Now that he's the vice president. Let's check it out. Actually, let me put the headphones on. Sorry, give me a second. Hit the like button, chat. Hit the like button. All right, let's check it out.
Latin finance ranked Minister Restrepo as Latin America's best Minister of Finance and Credit for 2021.
All right, well, she's a native speaker. We're not analyzing her, but let's listen to find him.
Maybe one of the Colombia is also, of course, headed to the polls. Stated the war.
Thank you, Jason.
So it's interesting. This must be before the previous election. So he just got elected as the vice president a few months ago. So this is 2022. So they must have just elected Gustavo Petro before this.
Economic shock in our history, which was with COVID-19.
All right, did you hear that? Did you hear that reduction? Back it up. Listen to how he pronounces the word was. Listen, he puts so much attention on it. Listen, first of all, he puts so much attention on the W sound, and then he blows it up and gives it all sorts of pitch and just so much attention. Listen.
In our history, which was with COVID-19.
Which was, right? You don't want to put that much attention on a function word like that. You could say which was, just make it small, vibrating down here, which was, right? And it's funny, the transcript thinks he's saying Kobe, like Kobe Bryant, Kobe 19. This is
in our history, which was with COVID-19.
Kobe the 19, Kobe. Yeah, he's kind of using the B sound instead of a V. I think that's pretty typical in Spanish. But let's listen to how he pronounces 19.
In our history, which was with COVID-19.
He did a good job with the numbers. That is something that not a lot of non-native speakers do. He did a great job letting us know that it's not 90 or 90, right? He said 19. He put teen. It made that the primary stress. So great job, Jose. That was good job. Well, he's a finance guy, so I guess we should expect that his numbers are the best part of his pronunciation.
In my opinion, it was relevant.
He just did it again. It was. So he really he's good with numbers, but he's not good with function words.
For in order to confront the pandemic.
Oh, listen to that. Listen to how he says confront.
In order to confront.
Jose, don't do that. Don't do that. Listen to that. Can anybody tell which syllable is stressed or unstressed when he's pronouncing the word confront? Which one is the stress and unstressed?
In order to.
Hold on, make myself move over here closer to him. There we go.
To confront.
In order to confront. Okay, he does he shows us which is stress because, he uses his whole body. Maybe he's really into it, but he uses his whole body to show us which syllable is stress, right? Look.
In order to confront.
But without that, we might not know. Why? Because that confront should be a syllabic consonant. It's an unstressed syllable that finishes with N. It was one of our first lessons, and you never pronounce the vowel there. You're just going to go confront. And look, I can do it without moving my whole body towards the camera because I'm using pitch and musicality and vibration. Confront, where he's saying confront. So he's adding that vowel sound in there and making it sound like it's important because it's much more clearly pronounced than it needs to be.
During the pandemic, we lost a lot because we didn't have that leadership.
So the way he pronounces, well, you could tell he's against Petro right here, right? But the way that he pronounces the D sound, it sounds like a TH. Because listen to how he's doing it. He's putting his tongue against his teeth. You can hear the air going past his tongue.
We lost a lot because we didn't have that.
We didn't, right? We don't make contact with the teeth for that TH. We keep that inside here. That keeps the energy farther inside the body. You notice you don't hear the air going past with didn't like that.
National Statistics Department, we have seen that.
All right, so he could have used
index by the National Statistics Department.
So here again, he could make his contrast more obvious because he's taking an unstressed syllable that I would use a schwa, and he's saying stop. So that right there just makes us not understand, is this going to be stressed? Is it going to be unstressed? Listen to how he says statistics. You hear what I said? Use the schwa here. Statistics right there. Check it out.
Index by the National Statistics Department. Index by the National Statistics Department.
National statistics instead of statistics.
Inequality. But we're doing that. We are creating more.
I would say it'd be much better if you said "were" instead of "we are." You see how much pitch he put on "we are," right? Listen to that.
But we're doing that. We are.
See, he did it first, but we're doing that. We are, right? But we're doing that. We're creating. We're. The smaller you make those function words, contractions, reductions, the better.
We have seen that in 2021, maybe the most important driver.
2021, right? Sounds like you're saying Juan, like someone, like a guy named Juan, instead of one, right? Juan, right? Listen.
We have seen that in 2021, maybe.
You hear so much attention you put on Juan. Listen to me. One. Lips are totally out of the equation. I'm just making the exit of this smaller, where he's pushing off of the lips. He's a fiery speaker, though. I mean, I can see why he was a good politician, or he is, I guess.
And that was true, actually. Why? Well, because we thought that we needed to.
I mean, here's an example where he could put less attention on the consonant or the consonant cluster th and more on the vowel. I mean, he does a good job like creating the th, which is not that easy for non-native speakers. But instead of look how small his like ah vowel is. When I say look at this, I'm like this thaw. Look how much space I'm creating. Thaw, thought, thought, and listen how soft the th is. Thought, and then look at him.
Because we thought that
we thought. So not only does it not really sound like awe, but it also like because it's so small, it just seems kind of unstressed, right? Thought. So thought like that.
Informality in terms of labor informality.
So I would say this could be some flap T's, right? If you use true T, again, remember, true T usually means that it's an important part of the message. Flap T means it's unstressed. So when he's saying informality, liddy, all these liddies, right, should be flap T's if you're talking to American speakers because there's vibration on both sides and it's unstressed.
With informality in terms of labor.
So the first time he kind of did a flap T. The second time was more like a true T.
Informality, firms informality, financial informality. We have also to financial informality. We have also to work on how.
Okay, so listen to this. We have also two. So it sounds like they also have two. Like you have two, we have two, we also have two, because he's not using the schwa. Like, look, listen how he's like. You only can understand him from context, not by what he's actually saying.
We have also to work.
we have also two. Like so do we too. Like two. Like no, we also have. I mean, he could probably change the grammar, but even if you said it like this, we have also to work on, or we also have to work on When you use the schwa, it's obvious for the listener. You're sending the signals the way the listener understands.
One in Latin America.
Yeah.
25 in the world. So that means that we have
world. So here's a lack of voice sounds. You see how he's not able to pronounce the dark L and D. There's no old.
25 in the world.
In the world. War. Right? That's not really any word there. It's a world. So he's got to continue his vibration. World. You hear that? World. It's just me pushing the energy through musically, changing the shape. World. Where he's in the mouth. World. And right, you need to have this energy down here to make that sound, but he's only using this energy in the mouth. So it's literally impossible. Yes, that's how I started learning how to teach pronunciation. When I was teaching, I never taught him, but when I was teaching corporate English in Colombia, exactly for this, like my students had really good English, high levels, and a lot of them couldn't pronounce these final voice sounds. And I mean, I didn't understand. I wasn't trained about any of this, but I was trying to figure out how to help them. And, I had to learn about all this placement, musicality, pathway of the voice, like, melody, vibration, all this stuff. Right. So what he just did is kind of like part of my origin story with Colombian people, helping them pronounce sounds just like that.
Center for the Fourth Industrial Revolution based on the World Economic Forum.
He did again, the world instead of world. And then he could link it. It's a little bit easier when you link it world deca, because the D goes on to the next word, world deconomic. But he's like world economic like that. So
and that's
he should have hired me. I mean, I wasn't teaching corporate English in 2022, but I mean before that maybe.
Using blockchain to confirm.
All right, look at how he says blockchain. That is not how you pronounce a stressed ah vowel. Like, look how small it is.
An opportunity. Using blockchain.
Blah, right? Maybe he's pronouncing the vowel, but he is not pronouncing it in a way that's stressed. There's no way that could ever be stressed because it's so small, right? Look, blah or blah. Listen to the difference. Blah, blockchain, ah. Space sends a message to the native speaker. Without space, you're removing one of the most important parts of the message. And I know in most of your guys' languages that space doesn't really mean anything, but it's something you should make a top priority hearing the difference between oh and ah, oh and ah, oh and ah, oh and ah, or any like and or o and o and o. Right? For our ears, that means a lot. What's up, chat? Drop a like, hit the like button, smash that like button. Let me know where you're watching from. I see a question there. I'm going to answer your question in a minute.
In reaching net neutrality is how to pay for
2030, to be carbon neutral by 2050, to develop a very interesting revolution on energy. You have seen that Colombia has moved from 40 megawatts.
40 what?
From 40 megawatts.
Sorry to laugh at you, Jose, but that is not easy to understand. I mean, first of all, you can pronounce the word 40 a little bit, the number a little bit more clearly.
From 40 megawatts.
If you use the flap T again, right? So he used the true T, 40, T. True T sounds more like 14. True T comes at the beginning of stressed syllables, 40. But he's using it in an unstressed syllable, so it's working against. So if he just kept that vibration, say 40, D, 40, instead of 40, like that. And then megabytes, I mean that.
From 40 megawatts to...
He sounds like he's saying bats, maybe?
From 40 megawatts.
Megabytes. So this is a diphthong. So what he needs, again, desperately is to continue the energy of his voice so that he can go from the beginning to the end of this sound, because diphthongs have two positions. So instead of 40 megabytes, he can say 40 megabyte. You hear that? I'm moving from the beginning to by megabytes, like that.
To avoid this idea of greenwashing, I think that to avoid this idea of greenwashing.
So again, here the same thing. It's a different diphthong, right? Before it was I, like bites, but now it's A in brain. But I don't hear this movement from the beginning to the second position when he's saying brainwashing.
To avoid this idea of greenwashing.
Brainwashing. And he should put the emphasis on brain. He said brainwashing instead of brainwashing. Brainwashing. You hear that pitch? You hear that the path I'm taking you on? Brainwashing instead of brainwashing, like that. This interview is kind of cool. I mean, he seems fired up. I actually want to check this out.
Innovation, entrepreneurship, and
Again, academia, public sector, private sector, to build the culture of entrepreneurship, especially in our youngsters. Second, we need to work.
That was good. I'll give him some props on this. Like the way he did the unstressed syllable in second.
Second.
Most of the time I hear him say second. He said second. Can. So, all right, Jose. All right, man. All right. Good job, dude.
You have a strong ecosystem.
Okay, look at this. Strong. So just like most people, he's not getting space and stress syllables. He says strong. Look at this.
Strong.
Strong. You speak from here strong instead of strong. Strong. Oh, we want to hear this openness, the vowel, the vibration coming out. Strong, like that. All right, just a couple more.
Jason, thank
Let's
you.
start
And
over.
thank you. And
All
talk.
right, that's it. All right, so that was awesome, man. Jose held it down. Cool interview. All right. What's up, Sam the Chipmunk from Philippines? How do sound articulation, sound placement, and sound production differ from each other? That is a good question. So, like, this could be a long answer, but I'm not going to be on this live for a lot longer. So let's just kind of break down what's the difference between, like, let's talk about the two keywords, articulation and placement. Okay, articulation is going to refer to basically how you maneuver or manipulate the placement. Okay, placement, let me switch my camera. This is a message from our boy Sam. Okay, placement is the foundation of everything. Placement is where the energy of your voice resonates from, where it originates and resonates, where the engine of your voice. Right? My placement is here. It's this sound that you hear, this melody here. Articulation happens up here. These are your articulators. Articulators are your things like your jaw, your lips, your tongue. So the most simple explanation is that we articulate placement, right? But without placement, we can't articulate, right? In English, American English. So what I mean by that is everything is one sound. Like if I go like this, that is what every sound is that. And I can just articulate by changing the shape with my articulators to create different sounds, right? So it's just like this. A-I-O-U. Thanks for the comment. Thanks for the question, right? Add a little bit of musicality, but you hear that energy is all coming up from the body, right? And the shape is being changed by our articulators. And that's how it differs. So, we can definitely cover those terms and those ideas, and I'm going to do a class on placement here, I don't know, the next couple of weeks, because everyone keeps asking me about placement, and it's the thing I talk about the most, and I like talking about it. But I've been talking about placement in every live, so hope that helps you. Great question, right? Energy from the body, where the energy comes from, the stream of your voice is what creates the placement, and the articulators form the individual sounds by creating the shape. So that is it, guys. That is the live. Don't forget that if you want me to give you an overview of what your weaknesses are, what you need to work on to move towards your pronunciation goals, go and book the quick accent check. It's on my website, boostupenglish.com, right there on the home page. It's a live 15-minute call. And just like I broke down the pronunciation of José Manuel Restrepo here today, I will listen to you and I'll give you the path for you to start moving towards the goal, exactly what to work on. Also, don't forget Rachel's English, 10% off with the coupon code Josh10, the biggest collection and database of American accent pronunciation materials. So that's it, guys. Thanks so much for joining. I will be back on a semi-regular basis. Drop your questions in the chat, and you just boosted up your English.